Hi, I'm Ramat. Today I'm going to talk about why women should carry their own condoms. Yes! So I have to go back in time to a TV show that I watched. So they had this Voice on the Street segment where they were asking people what they thought about women who carried their own condoms. And then most of the men were like, oh, that's bad. No, they can never date a person like that. And the very last person said that, woman where they carry her own condom. Now, lo show be that now. I was like, say what? So I was still, shocked by his response when the male anchor of this show said, I agree with the last guy that it has to be a sex worker that takes her own condoms. Again, I was like, what? You can't possibly be serious. I was so pissed off. I was ready to punch the guy and whatnot. I was like, is this guy crazy? But then I said, okay, let me relax. Is there anything actually wrong with a woman carrying her own condoms? The answer is no, but let me look at it from the other perspective, right? From these two guys' perspective. The expectation is that a man can be randy, but a woman should not. A man can have sex with as many women as he wants, but a woman who does the same has to be wanton, a whore, a slapper, easy, loose, or a prostitute. Women are not supposed to be in touch with their sexuality and be sexually active. To dare to be so sexually open to carry condoms is perceived as the height of sexual depravity in a woman. The same is, however, not expected of a man. When a condom is found in a man's wallet, the only worry these people have is what size he is carrying. In essence, men are expected to sexually protect themselves, but women shouldn't. So yes, that's an excerpt from what I wrote about this. I needed to take that bit out because I think it really encapsulated my point. And I was like, why would men want to protect themselves but think women wanting the same thing are whores or slappers, what have you, prostitute, what have you? I decided, you know what, I cannot understand when men say these things about women. I believe that women should carry their own condoms. In fact, you should always carry your own condoms. Here is why I think so. One, there are different kinds of women. There are women who like, to be in relationships that, one man kind of woman where they always just date one person. So even if you're dating just one person, unless you are in a committed relationship where you guys are ready to have babies and whatnot, there are infections that women have that are just naturally occurring. It's not something bad and what have you. It's the same thing with men. There are infections that are naturally occurring. Probably maybe you used a new soap and then maybe you cleaned your vagina in a way that was new or something, and so you killed some of the good bacteria that's in your vagina, and as a result you have some infection as a result. So you could have some infections that may be there even though you're just having sex with one person. So it's best that you use a condom to protect yourself, to protect the person, and most especially unless you're planning to have babies, to prevent unplanned pregnancies. If you're sexually active, you should use a condom. Now, for women who are one man kind of woman, and their men are not faithful to them. Now, the first instance I gave where if both of them are faithful to each other, they're just sleeping with only themselves, right? So now in case you are dating somebody that's not faithful to you and the person is randy, you may not know this, right? Even with the person who you think is faithful to you, you may not know whether they're randy and they're sleeping with other people. So if you have your own condom, you're protecting yourself because they may go and pick up some kind of infection and bring it to you. I've had one too many cases of women who said they had never been with anybody else, never, and they had a major infection because they slept with their husband. I'm not even saying for somebody, like their husband. So please carry your own condom if you're sexually active. And then most importantly, if as a woman you have multiple partners, you have no excuse to not carry your condoms. You need to protect yourself. Carry your condom all the time. Now I hear a lot of men telling you, oh, condoms they take away some of the feelings. Yeah. Oh, Benny, if you're the one that is going to suffer maybe unplanned pregnancies or some of the infections that may come up, it's fine. But me, I don't want to suffer it. So, and I think a lot of women who are sexually active should be able to think about that too. Don't take your protection for granted. Men don't take their protection for granted. So don't take your protection for granted. And I commend sex workers for this. Sex workers insist on a condom. So they have it right because they know that they're at risk, that all kinds of men are coming to them. So it means that they're at risk. So they always ensure that they use a condom. The list of the reasons why sexually active women should carry their own condoms is unplanned pregnancy. I genuinely believe that. There are so many things that are way worse than pregnancy. HIV, AIDS, chlamydia, HPV, gonorrhea, herpes, hepatitis, genital warts, and so many more. The risk of contracting some of these diseases can be greatly reduced by using a condom, especially for those which are transmitted via genital fluids. And with the hookup culture in many cities, it is important that we do not spread these infections. And on the flip side, which is the part I like, even women who are not sexually active should carry their condoms. So yes, before you fight me and say, what the hell is she talking about? It's simple. I think I saw it the first time in a Tyler Perry movie. There was this lady who was, she was a sex worker and she was walking the streets. And then a part that was played by Viola Davis was this lady. She was an activist and she was helping sex workers. And one way she was helping them was to give them condoms herself. In her case, she wasn't even sexually active, but she was ensuring that women who were sexually active had their own condoms so that they could protect themselves, especially women who were walking in the streets. And I was so inspired by that scene. It's part of the work I do. Like, I literally have in my bags condoms where I'm going out because, one, I work on sexual and reproductive health, so that's understandable, but also because I never know when I'm going to meet some lady who may want a condom or need a condom and wants to protect herself, and I want to be able to be there to help her in that situation. So that's what I look at, and I feel like women, we need to take our protection seriously. These men, they can do whatever the hell they want to do. And many times women, we pay for what men do. So there are men who have multiple partners and they are not serious about protection, and they bring something that may not be so bad on them but becomes really worse on you. So taking your own protection into play is important. There are female condoms. You can even insert it yourself before the person comes to meet you. The person is saying, no, I cannot use condom, or when you have inserted your condom and you're using it by yourself. If the person insists, oh, I forgot my condom, I didn't get a condom, you bring out one. The highest thing they will say, you are shawo, and so they insult you. And if they don't want to continue having sex, that's fine. You can close up and they can go away. So I think you should protect yourself. It's important. That should not be something that you play with. So sexually active women who are not sexually active, get yourselves your condoms. What do you think about this episode? I know some people are ready to fight me, but please use the comment section. Tell me what you feel. Put on your boxing gloves. Let's do this thing, yeah? But anyway, I can't fight, so let's be nice, yeah? But bring your comments. Let's talk about this. Do you think women should carry their own condoms? That's about it on the show today. Please listen to the end of this vlog to find out ways to reach me. I am across social media. You can meet me, talk to me on different platforms, wherever you want. It's hugs and kisses from Ramat. Bye, yeah.